Have you ever felt that your life keeps circling around the same things, as if you can't quite find a way out? Some people spend their days repeating the same routines, doing things they don't really want to do, but do them anyway because they feel safe and familiar. Others aren't trapped by work or responsibilities, but by the memories of the past, old wounds and unhealed emotions that have quietly become the cage of their own heart. We often live according to what society or others expect us to be, until we lose touch with our own natural rhythm. That silent pressure inside feels like a feather once light in the wind, now weighted down, unable to rise, as if our wings have forgotten how to fly. And in this video, we will guide you to rediscover the path to true freedom of the soul, a journey toward a liberated and awakened spirit. Because the heart of inner freedom begins when you finally release everything that has been holding you down. Have you ever felt that the more we grow up and live in this world, the heavier our hearts become, layered with something we can't quite name? From a pure, innocent child whose body grew day by day, our spirit, somehow, seems to be walking the opposite way. We collect expectations from society, from people around us. We carry fears, disappointments, and most of all, we accumulate the ego, the attachment to a fixed sense of self. All of these become an invisible cage pulling us away from true happiness. Letting go does not mean abandoning everything in life. It means gently peeling away the layers that cover your heart, choosing to release the spiritual burdens you've been carrying for so long. Here are a few ways to begin unwrapping those layers within. 1. Release the ego, the false self we cling to. The ego is the image we create to make ourselves feel important, an identity we hold on to too tightly. When you feel strong irritation because someone disagrees with you, or when things don't go the way you want, that's the voice of the ego speaking. When you compare your life to others and start feeling inadequate or inferior, that too is the ego at work. To release the ego is to cleanse those layers of self-importance through understanding, compassion, and self-awareness. 2. Let go of expectations. Whether it's what others expect from us or what we expect from them, even our own unrealistic expectations of ourselves. For example, you may set a goal and believe you must succeed at everything you do, then feel deep disappointment when facing even a small setback. Or you may expect loved ones to always act the way you wish and feel hurt when they don't. When expectations fail, suffering follows. The key is to realize that everything changes, and we can accept what is, without clinging, without resistance. 3. Release negative energy and long-held suffering. Whether it's anger, sadness, grief, or resentment, these emotions often lie buried deep within us. For example, you may still cling to an old relationship that ended long ago, feeling pain each time the memory returns. Or perhaps you still hold anger towards someone for something that happened years in the past. These emotions are like poison slowly eating away from within. True release begins when you learn to forgive, both yourself and others. To acknowledge and let go of the feelings you've been holding. Remember, forgiveness isn't for anyone else. It's for your own peace of heart. 4. Let go of unhealthy attachments. Attachments can come in many forms, to people, possessions, situations, or even thoughts that keep us stuck. For instance, you might find it impossible to throw away things you no longer use, even when your space feels cluttered and heavy. Or you might stay in a job that drains your joy just because it feels familiar and safe. Releasing these attachments means understanding that everything is impermanent, and holding on too tightly only creates suffering. 5. Free yourself from the stories of the past. We all carry memories of pain, mistakes, regrets, or failures we can't seem to forget. Maybe you still blame yourself for something that didn't go as planned, so much that you hesitate to start anything new. Or you keep repeating old stories of hurt over and over to those around you, as if the pain defines who you are. But when we constantly carry the past, we cannot truly move forward. To release is to learn from the past, but not let it define your present self. When we begin to let go, little by little, the spirit starts to feel lighter, clearer, and ready to grow in the truest sense of the word. Spiritual growth is the gentle expansion of the heart, when your inner world begins to open wider and you start to see life from a broader perspective than before. It's not only about understanding more with the mind, but also with emotion, perception, and inner awareness. As your inner space expands, it's like your eyes begin to see more clearly, no longer clouded by fleeting emotions or unconscious thoughts. Think of a tree growing. It doesn't just reach upward. Its roots deepen, its trunk strengthens, and its branches spread wide with stability. Spiritual growth is the same. It's not just mental development. It's the expansion of your being across many dimensions. Spiritual growth leads you toward greater mindfulness. You become more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and actions in the present moment, no longer lost in the past or overly anxious about the future. Deeper understanding of self and others. As you understand yourself more deeply, you naturally open your heart to understand others. Empathy and acceptance arise effortlessly. Inner peace. Happiness no longer depends on the outside world. Even amidst challenges, you can still find small moments of calm within. Connection to your true self. You begin to access the quiet inner observer, the still space behind all thoughts and emotions. Living with purpose and meaning. As your inner self expands, your way of living changes. Each step feels more intentional and aligned, no longer just passing through days, but living a life with true purpose and depth. Spiritual growth unfolds through gentle, continuous practice, by observing yourself with honesty and awareness. Just like caring for a tree, you water it, nurture it, and give it attention every day. With time, patience, and love, your spirit too will grow, rooted, balanced, and beautifully free. Let's look at some simple ways to begin, steps that anyone can practice. 1. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Let your mind settle and simply notice the thoughts that arise. Don't rush to analyze or push them away. Just acknowledge them. For example, I notice I'm feeling anxious about work right now. That simple awareness already creates a space between you and your thoughts. 2. Stay more present. Mindfulness. Bring your attention fully to what's right in front of you. When you sip your coffee, notice the taste, the aroma, the warmth. When you walk, feel each step and the ground beneath your feet. The more often you bring your mind back to the present moment, the faster you'll step out of the endless loop of wandering thoughts. 3. Acknowledge and let go. When you feel anger, sadness, or worry, don't fight or suppress it. Just tell yourself, I feel angry right now. Take a deep breath and allow the feeling to gently unfold and fade. Some situations may not have an instant solution, It's okay to pause. Wait until your mind is calm before revisiting them again. 4. Ask your heart often. Whenever you feel uneasy, ask yourself, what am I holding on to? What is the truth in this moment? Is my ego trying to take control? These questions gradually uncover old patterns and beliefs that may have been shaping your inner world unconsciously. 5. Practice compassion and kindness. Start with yourself. Forgive your own mistakes. No one has ever lived without error, and that's perfectly human. Then, extend that compassion outward to others. See people through the lens of understanding rather than through judgment. When practiced consistently, these small steps gently open the path of spiritual growth, one moment of awareness at a time. Many people believe the brain is the center of everything, but research has shown that the heart plays a powerful role too. For decades, the HeartMath Institute has studied this connection and discovered that the heart has its own neural network, what scientists call the heart brain. The heart contains over 40,000 neurons that can learn, remember, and send signals back to the brain. This communication becomes especially strong when we feel calm, relaxed, or emotionally positive. When the heartbeat becomes steady and harmonious, it creates a state called heart coherence, a rhythm of balance and alignment that influences many systems in the body. The brain functions with greater clarity. Brainwave patterns become more balanced. The autonomic nervous system stabilizes. Decision-making becomes more precise and intuitive. In those moments, the mind grows still, thoughts quiet down, emotions soften, and we feel deeply connected to ourselves, able to sense love, understanding, and inner peace without forcing anything at all. Scientists refer to this state as heart intelligence, a natural harmony between the heart and the brain that directly enhances our physical health, emotional balance, and overall quality of life. True spiritual growth is not only about changing how we think, it's about aligning the heart and mind to unlock our true self from within, to return to the essence of life with freedom and clarity. It's not a destination to rush toward, but a journey, one that gently lightens the heart, sharpens awareness, and sets the spirit free step by step. When you've gone through the 2 key stages, releasing and spiritual growth, what awaits is something truly beautiful. Many people think freedom means being able to do whatever they want, without limits. But spiritual freedom is something entirely different. It's not about breaking rules or escaping responsibility. It's about being free from the inner chains that bind the heart. As you grow spiritually, you begin to realize that you are not your thoughts, emotions, or past stories. You start to sense something deeper, the silent witness, the pure consciousness within you, which simply observes everything without being affected. That is your true self. Imagine being a puppet, moved by strings of thoughts, emotions, and external expectations. You've been pulled, pushed, and pressured without noticing. But as awareness expands, you begin to see the strings clearly. And in that clarity, you realize you have a choice. You no longer have to be controlled by them. This is the moment you transform from being the one who is acted upon to the one who chooses. Signs of spiritual freedom 1. Freedom from others' approval. You find your worth within. You no longer chase praise or suffer from criticism. Your happiness no longer depends on validation because you've fully accepted yourself. 2. Freedom from temporary emotions. Negative emotions, anger, sadness, fear may still arise, but you no longer drown in them. You see them for what they are, passing experiences, like the wind that comes and goes. 3. Freedom from the past and future. You begin to live fully in the present moment. The past becomes a teacher, not a burden. The future becomes a space for creation, not anxiety. 4. Freedom from attachment. You understand the impermanent nature of all things. So when the time comes to let go, you can release with peace. You no longer suffer from loss or change. You flow with life instead of resisting it. A life of spiritual freedom. Those who touch this freedom radiate a quiet joy from within, a happiness that needs no external reason. Whatever happens around them, their heart remains calm, steady, and clear. That is spiritual freedom. Not the freedom to escape life, but the freedom to live it deeply, peacefully, and awake. True self-love. This is not selfishness. It's the deep acceptance and love for who you truly are, embracing both your strengths and your flaws. You learn to care for your own heart and stop hurting yourself through negative thoughts or self-destructive actions. Healthier relationships. When you are free from fear and attachment in relationships, you can both give and receive love fully, without conditions, without control, without expectations. Love becomes pure, a natural flow, not a transaction. Strength to face life. Life will still bring challenges, but you'll meet them with clarity and calm. You'll have inner wisdom and balance that help you navigate difficulties without breaking apart. A life of meaning. Every step you take becomes more conscious, more intentional, more alive. You begin to discover your true purpose and live to your highest spiritual potential.